this guide, we will be discussing the basics of Overwatch, such as the 3 roles and their job, tank, damage, and support, the heroes I recommend do start with in each role, and the different types of modes and maps. There are 3 roles in Overwatch 2. Tank, damage, also known as DPS, and support. Let's start with tank. It is the role with the most HP, and its main goal is to take space on the map. Tanks are given abilities like shields, matrices, and bubbles to mitigate damage. Next is DPS. The main goal for this role is to do damage as well as get eliminations. It is good if you do a lot of damage, but confirming eliminations is just as important as doing damage. Last but not least is support. The support role is about doing what you can to help your team win, but mainly by healing. Each support, like all of the other heroes, do different things. When playing the game, you should try to find out what fits you best, whether it's being forward, taking space like a tank, doing damage as a DPS, or staying back backpacking your team as a support. You should choose one to learn as a new player. As a new Overwatch player, there's a lot of new information to take in, especially for this fast-paced FPS game. Therefore, learning one new hero and role at a time will help you as you go on your journey to learning this game. Starter heroes. When you first start the game, you are given a handful of heroes to start with and continue unlocking more through gameplay. When starting on tank, I suggest you learn Orisa, Reinhardt, or Zarya. Like on every role, I suggest only playing one and then learn them before starting to learn the others. On damage, I would suggest Reaper, Soldier 76, or Torbjorn. And on support, I would suggest learning Mercy and Moira. Once you feel like you're getting the hang of these heroes, you should try to branch out learning more. Through playing 3 or 4 heroes consistently is more important than flexing. If you end up wanting to become more serious about the game, you should learn the concept of counter-swapping and different types of aim styles. Hit scan and projectile are the main 2. We will get more into them into a different video. Next are the different types of modes and maps. You will either be put on attack or defense for most of the modes. Also a fun fact, the more people that sit on the point, the faster the point will either move or get captured. The idea of attack is to capture the objective, and the idea of defense is to defend the objective, allowing the enemy no advance. The first point we have is payload/escort. The objective of this mode is to either push the payload to the end of all checkpoints. Some maps are Havana, Route 66, and Dorado. The second mode we have is Control. This is a King of the Hill style mode where your goal is to capture the objective and defend the objective when it is captured. You want to capture it until it's at 100%. There are 3 maps total to be played. You will only go into the 3rd map if a tiebreaker is required. Some maps are Ilios, Well Ruins and Lighthouse, or Busan, Downtown Sanctuary, and Mecha Pace. The 3rd mode is Hybrid. It is a mix of the old mode that was recently taken out of the game, Assault Payload/Escort maps, and the first point on Hybrid is a point you must capture. There are 3 checkpoints to pass before it fully gets capped. The last 2 points are payload points that you must capture. The goal is the same as an escort/payload map. Some examples are King's Row or Eichenwald. The last mode is Push. There is a robot you are fighting to move to the enemy's side of the map. It is like a game of tug-of-war. At the end of the timer, whoever pushes the furthest onto the enemy's side of the map wins. Some examples are New Queen Streak and Coliseum. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and if you want to see more guides, subscribe for more.